enough to slow me down.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth, and you take a look at the Suns. They've been perfect so far in the NBA Cup, a 3-0 record.
And I have a feeling their NBA Cup run is just getting started. They look totally locked in. This is a team I would not want to face in the knockout rounds.
And now, talking about how things are going for the Spurs. Thus far, 1-2 in the NBA Cup. And tonight is the last group stage game.
Time probably is run out on their cup run. You normally have to win 3 games to advance, and obviously that ship has sailed for this group.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Sochan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The Cell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Castle in at the point. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Clock at 6. And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. O'Neal outside. Back to Beal. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
The smooth shooting mechanics of Beal on full display, knocking down that J.
And from undrafted to journeyman to starter, Richard, you got to admire stories like Royce O'Neal.
It's motivational, Kevin. Just because you don't get drafted doesn't mean you can't make it to the NBA, which is exactly what O'Neal has done.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending. Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And it's Sochan missing.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Booker, no good. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Vassell wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. From the stripe. And again, it's the Suns missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Out to the wing. O'Neal against Wembanyama. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
O'Neal kicks to Leonard. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 6 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Grayson Allen's checked in for the Suns. Spurs also with the sub. Champagne's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Vassell outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the basket by Castle.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Here's Champagnie. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
And he knocks down the first one. And these teams have had different stories so far in the NBA Cup. Greg, one is undefeated. The other is under 500 in these games.
Yeah, so that 3-0 team has major motivation, right? They want to keep the momentum going, but don't sleep on their opponent. They want to win to register some positive momentum and also focus on the regular season.
Now here's Booker. Last game with 30 points. Leonard. Rebound by Sohan.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Wembanyama high post. Down low. And the dunk by Sohan.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And he makes that one. Allen's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Here's Castle, defended by Booker. Wembanyama, a screen. 5 on the clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Wembanyama has got 6.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So for the Suns, Eubanks, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Dunn comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Booker. .55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Suns shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your Suns, Grayson Allen. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
The Spurs making a switch here. Branham's checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. The three-pointer no good. Suns have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Outstanding ball handling by Beal, just carving up the D.
Spurs trail by 4. Here's Branham. Last game we saw him score 13. Massey, the pass to Johnson. Goes up on the block. Phoenix grabs the miss. In this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
So it's Phoenix now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Keldon Johnson, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. The shot by Beal, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game, and that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Branham, the pass to Bassey. Shot clock at 6. Here's Champagnie. Nailed from three-point land. Champagnie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Dunn. Beal with it. Dunn sets a screen for Beal. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Branham. He has yet to score. Eubanks grabs the miss.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Beal, the pass to Dunn. Outside for Beal. The rebound by the Spurs. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Boy, Beal looked like he was shot out of a cannon there.
Spurs trail by 3. Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
Now, here's Johnson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
This is a shot he works on. Johnson striving to be consistent from all 3 levels.
Here's Beal. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Allen. From down in the low post, it goes. Allen's got 10 points in the game. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Bassett. Eubanks defending. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Phoenix. O'Neal's checked in for Eubanks. Leonard comes in for Dunn. And it's Booker in for Josh Okogie. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
So it's the Spurs now. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Here's Wembanyama. A miss that time would have put him up. The Suns leading. Beal taking his time here. Brenham pulls it in.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Pass to Sohan. Now Wembanyama. Here's Branham, defended by Booker. Back to Wembanyama. Now Sohan. Wembanyama, a screen. Offensive rebound. Shoots over Leonard. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 8 points. Outside Leonard. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. There's Beal with the 3. Beal can't get that one to fall.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Sohan with the ball. Last time 14 points for him. Here's Wembanyama. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Let's see what you got. Nice try. It's all good.
Suns making a change here. Nurkic is checked in.
Substitution on the floor.
While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Spurs second.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Here's Castle. 9 points last game out. Wembanyama, a screen on Beal. Inside. A shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to dominance. It saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Here's Wembanyama. Connects on the 17-footer. Wembanyama has got 10 points in the game. Booker the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Johnson. Rebounded by the Spurs. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game call. Now Wembanyama. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Castle drops in the tray. Castle's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hi, everybody. Kawhi Leonard displaying excellence yet again. The board man has been on fire.
Anytime you're shooting over 50%, you are helping your team. As long as you're not giving up the same amount of points or more at the other end.
That's the real math, and it's definitely seeming right now that he's on the right side of that equation. And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. The talented backcourt brothers are Beal and Booker. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Nurkic in its center. That's who's out there for Phoenix. On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board, and if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else.
Free throw good, Booker. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars, and I think we have a beautiful game now.
Both free throws good from Booker. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Vassell, no good. Phoenix leading by 3.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
First trip to the line for him here.
For your sons, Kawhi Leonard, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And a guy any team would love to have. The quiet confidence of Kawhi has worked throughout his career.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Now some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I could see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 4. Beal pulls it in.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And there's Booker on the assist from Leonard. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of shot this offensive scheme is meant to produce.
Vassell outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Beal. Cranes the three-pointer. And it's a 9-point Phoenix lead.
There's the scorer mindset Beal's known for. Just catch and fire.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And timeout is called by Craig Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And how about we check the numbers for Devin Booker?
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Pass to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama, a screen. A putback. It's good on the putback.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Outside Leonard. Shoots the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Pass to Castle. Here he goes. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 5-point Suns lead.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Nurkic with it beyond the arc. Rebounded by Castle. Vassell with it. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. Vassell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Much more comfortable from deep. Vassell finding that stroke.
For three, Booker buries the long-range jumper. And the Suns lead by 5.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Oh, man. What an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Booker, no good. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Wembanyama. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. For the tie. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We'll take a look at the Suns. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And checking out San Antonio, just a couple spots back.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
Double team on Nurkic. Beal finds Allen. No good on the triple.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Vassell outside. Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's a versatile weapon. Johnson is someone that wants to keep improving and shouldering more responsibilities on both ends of the floor.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Almost kind of a throwback wing. Johnson, he likes to slash, put pressure on the defense.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Booker. Nurkic setting the pick for Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Vassell, the pass to Champagnie. Here's Bassett. Now, here's Vassell. Shoots over Beal, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Vassell's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Beal dishes to Nurkic. Pass to Booker. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Spurs have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Passy, the pass to Johnson. It's Vassell on the wing. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Sun shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Allen kicks to Beal, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
So for the Suns, Eubanks, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's done in for Leonard. And San Antonio also making a switch. Branham's checked in. Now here's Vassell. He's got 5. To the paint, here's Champagnie. Makes it off the glass. Champagne's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Book misses off the left iron. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Bassett. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Allen outside. It's Beal on the wing. Back to Allen. Off target from three-point range. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Spurs out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-3 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs. And it's Bassey in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Branham. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Drills it from outside. Branham's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Spurs. Payton passes to Leonard. The ferocity inside by Leonard.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Wesley the pass to Branham. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Mamukelashvili. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Suns trail by 3. Payton dishes to Allen. Allen at the screen for Leonard. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Branham's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Leonard the pass to O'Neal. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Wesley. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 2. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Of Nurkic. He's checked in for Josh Okogie. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Nurkic. Outside Leonard. The 9-foot shot. Kawhi, confident inside.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight, one of the all-time great two-way players.
Wesley against Payton. Amu-Kelishvili passes to Williams. Wembanyama, a screen on Leonard. Williams' shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Double team on Nurkic. Allen kicks to Leonard. There's O'Neal with the 3. They get it again. Nurkic can't hit. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Wesley the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Payton kicks to Leonard. In the corner, O'Neal with it. O'Neal sets the screen for Payton. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. And Leonard gets it to go.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston team.
Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. Beal comes in for Payton. Here's Castle over to the left wing. Sochan with the ball. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Beal. And he banks in the layup. And now a 3-point Suns lead.
Beal knew they needed one bad, so he worked hard and he got it for him.
Pass to Wembanyama. Booker against Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Vassell.
The growth of Vassell has been so impressive, willing and ready to bury these important shots.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here's Nurkic. Pass to Beal. Oh, good with the triple.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Wembanyama looking it over. And the rebound by Nurkic. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. It's good from long range.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Castle inside. Fader on the way. Phoenix grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to O'Neal. Nurkic dishes to Beal. Got a piece of it. with it. Now Beal defending.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
First team foul. At the line for Phoenix, Bradley Beal taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Here's Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. The 17-footer. Can't get it to go. Shooting 47% on 7 of 15 attempts.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Devin Booker. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Here's Wembanyama. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Incredible. Victor's focus and passion for the game.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
At the line for 2, Bradley Beal.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pass to Sohan. Offline with his 3. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup, 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.